got the real Dr. Evil, who they admitted the last James Bond movie is based on him. It's even named after his company, the Quantum Group, who's a private corporate guy that's really behind Spectre and behind the terror groups and trying to get Russia and the U.S. in a war. I mean, they really told you, and they admit that British intelligence, MI6, good factions of it, helped write the last script. That was in the news. And that they don't like George Soros for trying to crash the pound repeatedly and almost bringing the UK down. So that movie is a statement about it. So when we talk about real Dr. Evil here, ladies and gentlemen, that's him. If you want to know the spirit that dominates the UK, Europe, and the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Canada to a great extent, it's a spirit of conformity, a spirit of cowardice, a spirit of being bullied by the political correct gods. All the time I'll see news reports about why has this particular pop star not criticized Trump yet? Why are they keeping their mouth shut? Are they racist? Are they bad? Are they evil? You've seen that with a lot of people. And then suddenly you'll see that individual come out and start attacking Trump. That hasn't happened with the #1 star in the world, Taylor Swift, yet, but boy, they are putting the pressure on her. But I remember a few months ago, I saw a few articles about where's Mike Myers now? And why hasn't Mike Myers come out and attacked Trump? Why, you know, some of the other late night hosts, they almost lost their jobs, remember, because they weren't attacking Trump enough, but now they are. And so sure enough, this morning, I was scrolling through the news and I saw Mike Myers playing Dr. Evil and talking about how I'm an advisor to the president and we're helping make America evil again. And it's not even funny. So he came out of retirement. I guess he owns like a hockey team and something else. He came out of retirement, not been seen in years, to bash Trump so they'd get off his back. And I've talked to folks in Hollywood that they get told, you come out against Trump or you're not going to work again. James Woods, one of the top actors in Hollywood, has made hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, just been in so many top films, incredible actor. When he decided to go ahead and go public for America and for Trump, they told him, you will never work again. So the headline, if you want to go watch it, is Dr. Evil gets fired from the Trump cabinet. We're going to play excerpts of it later. And it's not our top story. It just is an illustrative piece to show how pathetic these folks are. And since we're at this point, I got a ton of incredible breaking news. Gun confiscation beginning in some areas, just so important. Trump deploying troops to the border. He's now officially signed the order. We got the latest developments there. But since I mentioned Dr. Evil, let's talk about the real Dr. Evil. We've played these clips before from 60 Minutes back in 1999 with George Soros. But I thought we would just go ahead and play it without even the graphics of the death camps and scary music. I thought we'd just play the clips themselves and then cut right into the last few months, Anderson Cooper, Sink Uyghur of the Young Turks, named after a genocide group that killed 1.5 million Christians. I mean, that's a fact. Just like David Hogg on his Reddit says, I want to see billions die. Thank God mosquitoes are killing people. That's what they're all into. And George Soros meets with the big eugenics organizations, David Rockefeller, Ted Turner, Bill and Melinda Gates, and it was in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, that, oh, they wanted the public to know. It's usually a secret meeting, but they want to depopulate the planet through a world government. And then famously, Bill Gates gets up in front of teachers and says that, and he gets up on TED TV. Because we can show Soros as a caricature and make fun of him, but actually looking at his actions and just real photos of him is more frightening. So we've got the real Dr. Evil, who they admitted the last James Bond movie is based on him. It's even named after his company, the Quantum Group, who's a private corporate guy that's really behind Spectre and behind the terror groups and trying to get Russia and the U.S. in a war. I mean, they really told you, and they admit that British intelligence, MI6, good factions of it, helped write the last script. That was in the news. And that they don't like George Soros for trying to crash the pound repeatedly and almost bringing the UK down. So that movie is a statement about it. I guess now it's 2 films back. So Hillary is his minion. So when we talk about real Dr. Evil here, ladies and gentlemen, that's him. And what he does, and his family, and his son, the documents came out where they're funding Antifa to engage in violent riots. Criminal activity, how they work with blue state police, blue city police, blue state areas to then let them attack and burn and corral crowds into them so they can attack them. Those documents came out, 3 months ago? No news coverage of it. Just like 5 years ago, we broke the Stingray documents nationwide from D.C. to Washington State and exactly how they work. But AP, they're saying, might get a Pulitzer Prize for their report about it 2 days ago. So let's go ahead now and play the clip that Soros doesn't want you to hear. So he thought he would just somehow sell us on this idea. And then you've got the young turds and you've got Anderson Cooper following behind him like he's a dog going to the bathroom on the sidewalk, trying to pick it up for him. Here it is.
My understanding is that you went out with this protector of yours who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right. Yes.
Was it difficult?
Not at all. Not at all. Maybe as a child you don't see the connection, but it created no problem at all.
No feeling of guilt.
No. It was actually probably the happiest year of my life, that year of German occupation. For me, it was a very positive experience. It's a strange thing, because you see incredible suffering around you, and in fact, you are in considerable danger yourself. But you're 14 years old and you don't believe that it can actually touch you. You have a belief in yourself, your belief in your father. It's a very happy-making, exhilarating experience.
George Soros is one of those people that actually helps, back these individuals. Who is he? I think he's from Hungary. I think he was Jewish, and I think he turned in his own people to the Nazis.
Do you think George Soros funded the neo-Nazis who marched in Charlottesville?
Wouldn't it be interesting to find out?
These conspiracy theories were first spread by radio talk show host Alex Jones. The idea also that the way the congressman is saying is like, well, we're learning this, or, we're finding this out, as if it's sort of the full weight of his office or the U.S. Congress, when in fact it seems like he's just getting stuff from Alex Jones.
That seems to be where the news is coming from. Alex Jones claims to have sources all throughout the government, but George Soros did not fund these people. What he's saying is not true.
He's deeply anti-Semitic. Now, why do I say that? For a number of reasons. He has attacked George Soros over and over again with references to his background. He attacked Michael Wolff, who wrote the book about Donald Trump. They both happen to be Jewish. You'll see it in a second as well, says that Soros worked with the Nazis. It's just like to say someone who, I don't know if you know that Soros survived the Holocaust. Like, Alex Jones is the worst guy on earth. He called George Soros a Nazi collaborator. Of course that's not true. Of course he's not. And Soros was a kid at the time. The guy survives the Holocaust. And this clown, and I'm trying not to use worse words against him, but he has more than earned it, then turns around and calls a Holocaust survivor a Nazi collaborator.
And you're named, your organization, off the Young Turks, who were the brown shirts that carried out the extermination of 1.5 million Christians, and your program is anti-Christian. We get it. That's what the globalists are all about. Hating flyover country. They hate me because I'm Americana. They hate you because you're Americana. That's it. They hate us. Accept it. Know it. He wrote a book. His dad wrote a book. They helped round up for years over 1,000 Jews and steal their money with the Nazis. It's well known the Nazis would recruit Jews that would work with them to help round people up. That's a fact. Poland talked about that, and Netanyahu flipped out on them. I'm not against Netanyahu, but Netanyahu, get your history straight. Poland is right. There were a lot of people like Soros that helped round up other Jews. They're called Judas goats.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
He goes to jail. He goes to jail. Lock him up.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
It's the claim that the August protest was some sort of left-wing plot. Who, you might ask, would say something so offensive? An elected representative who's serving right now in the U.S. Congress.
And look at the background. George Soros is one of those people that actually helps, back these individuals. Who is he?
My understanding is that you went out with this protector of yours who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right. Yes.
Was it difficult?
Not at all.
Do you think George Soros funded the neo-Nazis who marched in Charlottesville?
Wouldn't it be interesting to find out?
These conspiracy theories were first spread by radio talk show host Alex Jones.
Is this lost on anyone? George Soros is a famous Nazi collaborator.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
The scientists at InfoWars Life have created a powerful formula for inflammatory support and joint support. Discover the power of ancient medicine with Bodies. Bodies contains one of the most potent forms of turmeric available. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years and is one of the most studied herbals today. It is well known in traditional medicine for its soothing properties. Our pure turmeric extract plus piperine from black pepper makes for optimal absorption to help boost and support your flexibility, mobility, joint function, immune system, and so much more. Regular turmeric root from the store only contains 1 to 5% of active ingredients, but our turmeric root extract contains over 95% of the active ingredients. Bodies combines turmeric with organic herbs such as spearmint, sage, lemon balm, and thyme to work synergistically for full body support. Try Bodies today at InfoWarsLife.com or call us at 1-888-253-3139.